Good to see you today. First, thank you for all your help at the pork dinner. It was a success. Everything went beautifully well, and that only goes well because of your help, and we thank you for that. And we continue with the community meal every Wednesday, and you're always welcome to be a part of that great ministry as well here. And coming up, this Sunday is Laity Sunday. We celebrate the laity of the church. It's the laity who is the church. And so we lift the laity up. This week, Dave Moore will be preaching for us, and we hope to see you this weekend. In our lectionary for this week, we continue to be in Luke, and we come to another interesting parables. They're all interesting in their own way. But this one is really quite interesting, and it's hard to interpret a little bit. It is the parable of the persistent widow and the unjust judge. It's a parable that's only in Luke. One of the interesting things about this particular parable is that Luke tells us what it's about before Jesus tells us. Luke forewarns us this parable is going to be about the importance of prayer, and specifically the persistence of prayer. And then Jesus tells this parable of the unjust judge, that is, a judge who does not care about God, does not care about people. How he finds himself in that position is beyond me. And then a persistent widow. So as opposed to the judge who has lots of power, this widow has little to no power. And she is after some kind of justice, some kinds of reconciliation, some kind of help that the judge has power to give her, though he does not. And so she's persistent until the judge relents. So what's the interesting part is, well, Luke tells us this is a parable about prayer, yet there is no prayer in the parable. Right? There's nothing about prayer in the story. It doesn't teach us how to pray, when to pray, what to pray. So what do we make of this? If this is about prayer, but it doesn't tell us prayer. What I think Luke might be after here is telling us that prayer is more than just words. Prayer is more than getting on your knees. Prayer is more than holding your hands. The prayer is more than just what is in your head and your heart, but prayer involves what's in your hands and your feet. This widow is persistent in what she does. Right? Knocking on the door, speaking up for those who have no power. She does something. That's prayer. Right? Prayer is practicing the presence of God. It is doing something. Yes, prayer is our words. Prayer is in our kneeling, but prayer is more. Right? We know that Paul tells us to be in ceaseless prayer. Well, you can't ceaselessly be on your knees or bended down. Paul also realizes prayer is more than just words. It is action. It is pursuing justice. It's pursuing others. It's pursuing love. So our meditation this week. How do you understand prayer? What is your prayer life then like in the way that you understand it? We'll see you soon.